Murphy's Community Park recently got even prettier with the addition of its second interactive mosaic mural. I'm Jason Currier with the Calaveras Enterprise and Sierra Lodestar, and one of our writers at the Calaveras Enterprise, Lance Armstrong, invited me to tag along on his meeting with Murphy's artists Robin Modlin and Sue King. Modlin and King led a group of around 35 people in creating the new mural. The first mosaic mural was created in 2019 by a team of over 100 Murphy's community members and was also spearheaded by Modlin and King. Both murals are community mosaics created by community members. Both murals are a must-see, and the best part is they're interactive. The original mural contains a sign inviting folks to go on a little bit of a treasure hunt for rabbits, dogs, foxes, ladybugs, bees, and snails, to name a few. The latest addition to Murphy's Community Park is interactive in its own way. 3 large butterflies are the centerpiece of the mosaic mural, providing a great photo opportunity. Again, if you're in the Murphy's area, and Murphy's is a great place to walk around the shops, bars, wineries, and galleries, don't forget to head down to Murphy's Community Park, get a picture in front of that new mural, and get yourself some likes on the gram. Speaking of likes, if you could please give us a like. If you haven't already, give us a subscribe, and don't forget to click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff. Here now is the conversation that I got to have with artists Robin Modlin and Sue King about their new project. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.
Well, let's go ahead and why don't you guys just go ahead and introduce yourself. You guys worked on this together then?
Well, I didn't do as much as Robin. Robin's the main person, but yeah, I worked on it. So.
I'm going to interject and then get out of your hair.
She's my design specialist.
So okay. There's the 2 murals. This is the first one they did in 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
And then that's the one I'm really featuring the butterflies next. So
you guys started with this one then?
Right.
And you worked on this one together as well?
Yeah, somewhat we worked together, but Robin has a story about how many community people actually worked on it. Mm-hmm. I actually was teaching at the elementary school at the time and in art education, and we had the children work with one of the clay artists to design their faces of the centers of the flowers. And so there's how many? 50? No, maybe not quite so many.
No, but 30 some,
okay,
I think.
30
faces.
some faces of 5th graders from Michelson Elementary as the center of these flowers. So that sort of got us going. Mm-hmm. And then go ahead, Robin.
Yeah. So we wanted to create a community mosaic, an opportunity for people in the community to participate in creating a piece of public art. And started in, I think it was probably the summer of 2018. So it took nearly a year to create all of this. Wow. Was the pieces that Sue just talked about of going to the school and having the kids create these. Then had volunteers come to my studio where we created the whole flower, which we created on a piece of mesh.
Gotcha.
We made these elements all at coil kilns, where we used different kinds of press molds. And had many volunteers helping to make all of these other elements.
They made them and then they painted them, so it was a 2-step process.
Right.
Required a lot of human time.
A lot of time. And once all these pieces were created, then it was time to put it all up on the wall. And I organized many volunteers, and they would come in 2-hour segments.
Wow.
And they would come, they would choose a place, and one piece at a time.
For a couple hours and.
Yep, one piece at a time. We would put up all the grasses, and we'd throw in the flowers and the leaves, and created the wall all together.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah,
I think the
very fun.
Amazing part of that process is none of them really knew how to do mosaics, so Robin had to do a teaching scenario for each little group because they were using nippers to create the sizes that fit in the puzzle pieces. So it was very individual.
Yeah, it was like creating our own puzzle and putting it all together.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask is this type of work, is that your artistic background, or were you in something else and
No,
you
this
were
is
inspired to do
my
this
work.
kind of thing? Or?
That I'm a mosaic artist,
Gotcha.
and so I've been doing that for over 20 years.
Gotcha.
And I first did mosaic on Murphy Street on the wall where the Toscano's restaurant is now.
Oh, okay.
And my friend had owned the grill, and she invited me to do that mosaic. And when I did it, people were enjoying watching the process
Watching it.
of the mosaic coming up and
Right.
they just loved it. I thought, well, we have to do another one.
Right.
So that's what inspired
Gotcha.
this wall.
So the piece over by Toscano's, was that your first
Yeah.
big mural?
Well,
that you
no,
had
there's
done?
another one that's in Mountain Ranch
Gotcha.
that was done after the Butte fire, and it is like a shrine to the survivors of the Butte fire,
Gotcha.
and that's
So
in
that
the
was
park.
your first big piece that you. Wow.
And then did that one, and then we were inspired to do this. And not only did we do this, also the steps going up to the library are also mosaicked, and had many volunteers helping with that as well.
Excellent. Excellent. And when you do a piece like this, is this something that you start out like with a sketch, and then you like what's the
Well-
process look like as far as that goes?
You know, I think Robin and myself had an idea of how we were going to fit the children's faces. That was really the beginning. And then I think the idea just grew. The garden grew, actually, from that. And
Yeah,
Literally
and also that
figuratively.
when you give people materials, they create their own design.
Right.
So these weren't all pre-designed.
Right.
So this was a matter of volunteers coming in saying, make the flower you want to make, right? So we wouldn't know how that would turn out.
Right. How fun.
But then when I came to organize the mosaicing of the wall, I would take chalk and I'd say, okay, we're going to do grass here, and we're going to do grass here.
Gotcha.
And then
So you
it
gave
just
somewhat of an
organically evolved.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had the general idea, but then organically it evolved.
How fun.
And there were over 100 volunteers during that year for this particular wall. So a lot of
Wow.
people participated.
Wow.
And they really loved it. It was very, very fun, very, very joyful.
What a fun thing for the whole community, just to
Truly.
not only just have it to enjoy, but to
But
be
they
a part of it.
participate.
And
Yeah, and I know
help
that
create
many of
it.
these people still want to do more. It's a
Oh, I'm
matter
sure.
of finding.
Now they got the bug.
They got the bug, and it's finding more opportunities.
Excellent.
And I think it is kind of fun. Really, towards the end, one of the gals had the idea of interacting with children, and so we created something like a Finding Waldo kind of approach.
Oh.
And so all of the different little elements
Oh, fun.
that Robin was talking about are listed here, and so it keeps the kids closer to the mural just a little bit longer. And yeah,
Makes it interactive.
Yeah, how fun.
So then we really wanted to do more, but then we had COVID.
that did get in the way of a few things.
It did that to quite a few things, didn't it?
Yeah. So this is Butterfly Wings in the Park, and this is an interactive mosaic that Sue and I designed together. We have some mosaic butterflies that are similar to the flowers on the other side, in that individuals created these themselves. Then these pieces were created at Quail Kiln, where volunteers came and used press molds and also painted with glazes, and they're throughout the mosaic. And this is a little butterfly garden, and individual volunteers came to put one piece at a time, and
Oh,
we
wow.
created this little
Oh, wow.
mosaic at the bottom.
And I think before, as Robin said, this was a very ugly wall, and the community club has embraced these mosaics and art in the park. And so they got the masons to come and to cover this cinder block wall and prep it totally for the mosaic.
Wow.
And if we couldn't have, I mean, that would have extended a little too long.
Yeah.
So they did all of that groundwork. And then they also created this beautiful
And we have a new little garden in front.
Oh, you
which is
prettied
a
up the
memorial
whole
garden.
area then.
Yeah, all
Oh,
of
how
that
nice.
got taken care of. And then we wanted the central focus to be on the monarch butterfly. And the idea was that when people stand in front of the butterfly, they have wings.
Oh, okay.
So we have this one for a tall person. And so there are the three butterflies.
And they wanted for adult and a child and a short adult and then
Oh, how fun.
one. So we spent quite a bit of time here on the wall just trying to get our templates in place.
And what the height would be and where they would be.
Right.
And the community club really wanted Murphy's Park to be there so that when people took their pictures, they knew where this was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah, very
Great
proud
idea.
of it. It's very beautiful.
And it's such a carefully finished product too. Robin works very hard on making sure that the grout is just right and it works with the butterfly, so you don't see it as strictly a mosaic, but the black grout works right here and the gray here. Really wonderful,
It's beautiful work. The work itself is beautiful.
Thank you.
isn't it?
Thank you.
And what a cool thing that it's done by the community, for the community, by the community.
Yeah.
And for the visitors. This is an opportunity for
Right.
visitors to come and participate in our beautiful park
Right.
and to take home a picture.
And there's a little description over there of how to take your picture and then
Then people
upload it to.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you got a little QR code.
Little QR code to share it with the
Okay.
community club.
Nice.
There are a lot of communities, particularly kind of tourist visitor communities, that have places that are photo shoot places where they have wings. They might have butterfly
Right.
wings. They'll have different kinds of opportunities to be able to sit with some art.
And yours is
And that's what this
is
is.
by the community even.
Yeah, and so we really want downtown the merchants to know that this is here,
Mhm.
so that they can say, "Oh, you should go down to the park and have your
Right.
picture taken."
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you can see the beautiful queen coming through. My friend Amanda Mall created this ceramic crown and the mountains for the Sierras, and this depicts life in Murphy's with the grapes, the homes, nature, the wildflowers, the creek,
Wow.
bears, the mountains, and the experience of living here. So it's to be a joyful piece that respects where we live.
And Amanda Mole from
From-
Paul Kilns. That's correct.
From Quad Kilns.
That's right.
Yes.
We got to go chat with those ladies here
Oh yeah.
a few months ago.
for the